Today's toy spot, we're having a look at the NECA Toys Retro Cloth Misfits The Fiend. The Fiend comes to us from the Retro line, the Retro Cloth line from NECA Toys. He was released as a black as well as a red release, and Spot just decided to get him in black. I kind of think I like the black treatment a little bit more. He comes with an alternate hand, and he also comes with a candelabra, all of which we'll look at when we get this package opened up. Once again, let me comment on the fantastic artwork included with the Retro Cloth figures. That's a really cool looking image of the Fiend. Furthermore, let me flip around the back of the package. There's the red and the black versions of Fiend. The read-up says the Fiend is one of the most recognized music mascots of all time, and we are proud to present two versions based on the classic artwork and imagery of the legendary punk band, the Misfits. The Fiend is available in either red or black. Following flowing robes, both versions come complete with 3 different hands and a candelabra accessory. You can check out more from Misfits as well by going to www.misfits.com or misfitrecords.com. And be sure to go to www.NECAonline for other retro cloth and other pieces that they're currently producing. Spot's going to take a break and get this opened up. And when we come back, we're going to get a better look at the Misfits The Fiend. Don't go anywhere, guys. There's more heading your way. Stay tuned. I think where a lot of the popularity comes to the Fiend is really not just so much because he's a music mascot, but because he's a really cool, creepy looking figure. The character itself of the Fiend has always been something I've been a fan of because I've always liked skeletons. Skeleton anything, skull anything, I always usually gravitate towards. So, though I'm not a huge Misfits fan, I don't really follow a lot of their music, I do really I've always loved the look of the Fiend. He comes adorned wearing this black robe. I suppose the robe can be somewhat removed. There's Velcro on the back, but I'm worried I'm probably going to mess it up if I try to take it off. The other thing that kind of gives it away for me is it looks like it can't be removed from his head. The head section doesn't look like the hood can come off. It might be with a little bit of force, but it's really tightly on there. So again, I'm just going to leave it. The accessories that come with the Fiend are a candelabra. Decent enough sculpt on the candelabra. We got some melted wax dripping off the candles themselves. And though we can't hold it currently, he does also come with an alternate hand. The alternate hand allows him to hold the candelabra. Because right now he's only got really open hands. Not enough to really hold the candelabra. As you can see, it kind of sets loose. So to change out his hand, fairly easy enough. Also moving up his sleeves, you can see the standard retro cloth body that NECA used for the piece. But fairly easy, you're just going to take the hand and just pop it out of the peg like that. Take the one that you want to use instead, and you want to just pop it back into place, just like that. Put the sleeves back down so we don't see his flesh-colored arms, and Fiend is ready to hold the candelabra. Now, it takes a little bit to get the candelabra in there because his hand is pretty hard plastic, and you have to do some adjusting to kind of get that candelabra in his hand. Or what you can also do too, the easier thing, is just take the end of the candelabra off. That's a lot easier than trying to get it forced in between those 4 fingers. Slide it through, pop the base on, and you've got the candelabra in the Fiend's hands, which is probably how I'm going to have him displayed. Having a look at his face, let's bring the camera up here. Having a look at his face, very creepy. Again, I love the skulls. Just something about skulls. It kind of also looks like the Halloween makeup that they used in Karate Kid. When the group of guys there went to the dance dressed as skeletons. They, granted, didn't have robes on, but like the face paint kind of looks the same too. I don't know if you guys can see it, but the eyes are very creepy, sunken in there. I like the missing teeth that they've also added to it. He has a very Ghostface look to it. Ghostface, granted, was more like a it was the Scream face. This is more of a skull, but it kind of conveys that same sort of image to me. One other thing too about the robe is that there is wires added to the inside of the robe here. Not on the back, mind you, but this area right here, you can also manipulate them. Could give you some more dynamic poses. You know, if you want to have it kind of looking like it's blowing in the wind, or, you know, if you want to have it kind of down like that. I think that's a great way to add extra stuff to the existing figure, as opposed to it just being straight cloth. This gives you a chance to kind of manipulate it and do some extra things with it. When it comes to his articulation, the Fiend is pretty much the same as all the other retro cloth figures that we've looked at. So, that, in other words, that means he has a ball joint in the head, also allows the head to pivot left and right, which is also a nice touch. He has ball hinge joints in the arms. The arms can move out, forward, back, bend at the elbow. Elbow also allows you to rotate at the forearm, swivel at the hand. He has a swivel waist. And then the legs, though a little obstructed because he's got this long robe on him, but the legs do go forward, back, out. Bend at the knee, there we go. And finally a bend in the foot. It doesn't look like the foot rotates, but it does hinge back and forth. It's definitely one of those figures that you may not know a lot about the band, but it's a figure that you could still add to your collection if you like really scary looking characters. I'm digging so much the retro cloth figures that they're producing over at NECA, and I've been trying to pick up like the Freddys, the Jasons. I still haven't picked up Ghostface. I'd like to, but this guy I'll put with the collection. Again, he's not quite a movie so much of a character, but he's got a really iconic, scary look to him, and I like that. I like that a lot. I also like skulls, so I mean that's kind of a no-brainer. But I'm going to give the Fiend here. I'm going to give the Fiend a 7.5. Today's Toy Spot, we're having a look at the NECA toys. Retro Cloth, the Misfits, the Fiend. I put a lot of thes in there, but the Misfits, the Fiend. There we go. Stay tuned, guys. Oh, and also, hey, wait a minute. Let's put the stand back on the candelabra. There we go. Stay tuned, guys. Spot's going to have more videos heading your way. Thanks for watching, as you always do. I'll see you next time.